What's up, everyone? Welcome back. So we're at the second round, and the first round, KPA went 4-0, and in the second round, they got that walkover on City Oilers. City Oilers were given the game because the KPA management didn't support KPA at the time, and I'll leave a link to the video explaining further in detail what really happened in the description box. But in this case, I'm going to be, just looking and just giving my 2 cents on KPA versus Ferroviario Maputo. This game, KPA won 79-67, and Faisal Aden, he was the man of the hour, plus 18 efficiency, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. So he was the MVP of the KPA side, and he led them to that win that majority of fans and KPA supporters were expecting. And he was the deciding factor in that game, especially in the second round. He wasn't there in the first round, but in the second round, this was his game that he came in and he just took over. And it was such a spectacular thing to see him. Right now, he's playing for the Equity Dumas this season, and looking back at this performance, you can see this man has not skipped a beat, and he is still producing the same way that he was producing then. It's the same way he is producing now. I mean, the KPA side just continue like their utter domination. They are yet to take a loss. I mean, the only loss was a walkover that they were handed, and they are yet to take a loss in the court while they're actually playing another team. So just throwing that out there, I mean, the KPA side, they shot 42% from the field in this game, 50% on 2-point field goals, 31% from deep, and 83% from the line. So it was a very huge improvement, especially shooting from the line, because they were shooting about 50 to 60%, but in this game they shot pretty well. And this was actually the deciding factor that made them at least pull away with this game, especially in crunch time, as they were able to knock down some crucial free throws that were necessary. Despite being out-rebounded, they only out-rebounded by 4 rebounds. They showed up with defensive rebounds, 32 defensive rebounds to 11 offensive boards. And the key stats, they led in steals, 13 steals, led in assists with 15 assists. Not the ridiculous statistical assists and steals that we are used to seeing, but they were just enough to get the job done. And they led with 2 blocks. They fouled a lot with 18 personal fouls, which the fouls bug really kept creeping in at those times where they are needed to take care of the basketball and play smart defense and be on the string. But they were able to win this ball game. But looking at points from turnovers, you can see 32 points from turnovers, 19 fast break points, and they struggled. They didn't have as many second chance points as Ferroviario Maputo. They had 17 second chance points, 11 points in the paint with 30 points in the paint, and 16 points from the bench. So they were outscored points in the bench by Ferroviario Maputo, who had 27 points from the bench. But KPA had their biggest lead with 14, and their biggest scoring run 14-0, and they dominated this game for 35 total minutes. And the lead changes were 5, which happened at the from the start of the third quarter to midway the third, where KPA just decided to pull away, and they capitalized on the scoring slump that Ferroviario Maputo had. So KPA just came in and just used the same game plan that they have been using. There's a side way that they're just looking at the game that is different, and it was just the difference. And they just came in and just pulled away with the win. So Dixon Dodiambo didn't play this game, and Faisal Aden, he was the guy. He played heavy minutes. Actually, this is the guy who played the most minutes, 20 points. Not the most efficient. 7 out of 20, that's 35% shooting from the field. It was 2 for 2 from the line, and 4 of 11 from deep, 36%. It wasn't the best clinical shooting that we were used to seeing him, but it was enough to be able to grab that win. So he had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, struggled with 5 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, but he had 4 steals. So plus 1 was plus 12. Then we got Michael, 33 minutes played, 16 points, 45% shooting from the field, 5 of 11, 2 of 7 from deep, 28%, 4 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. He had a plus minus of +6. Or Kyle Karanga. He didn't get a double in this game, but he played 24 minutes, 14 points, 70% shooting from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, plus minus of +19. So this game was just utter like clinical. They didn't have like the most scoring barrage, but I believe like after they moved on from the first round and moving into the second round, like the game and the tempo, like the way they were playing, had to switch up a bit because they were playing like teams that moved on to the next level. So they dusted the first round, so they're looking to go to the next round. So they had to, size them up and be able to outlast them. And KPA just did that. Despite 5 lead changes, this game was pretty much KPA domination, as they're able to pull away with them points, and they're able to rack up those huge points, especially from the charity stripe. That made the difference and made them win this game. So despite being given a walkover, they're able to come out strong in this game, as they're able to get in time for this game and prepare mentally, physically, and they're able to grab that win. So this was their fifth win, and it was such a good thing, because it kept it showed, despite even the challenges that made them get that walkover, they were still able to produce and be able to win that ball game. So this was actually a very good performance. As the reason why I stress this is because the Lindsay Warriors still had a similar situation to this team, and they got blown out. So if KP were able to blow this team in 2019, but Lindsay last year, they weren't able to win a game against these guys, and this was the deciding game to be able to make sure that they're able to notch at least a spot, cling on to a spot there, so that they were able to move on to the next round. They weren't able to, and it's just tough luck for the Lindsay Warriors, as KPA beat them in 5 games in the finals. So just to notch and get a spot in the BAL this season. So tough luck, Lindsay Warriors. They weren't able to beat Ferroviario. KPA did it, and Lindsay Warriors failed, and KPA even stamped them in the finals. So yeah, just throwing it out there. So I mean, it was just a good thing to see, KPA just coming in and dominating despite all the challenges that they're facing. So yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. I'll be following up with the final video of this series, and yeah, I'm out on this KPA series. So yeah, so smash that like button, helps me out a ton, and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, because I'll be dropping a lot of videos coming in, and they'll be coming in very fast. So I'm out. Peace.